Okay, guys. Okay, let me know if are we live? Are we live? Yes. All
Whoa,
right, so we're
whoa,
live.
boss
We're
man.
live.
I need
Show my
that, bro.
vacancy! Show my vacancy!
Whoa. Class! Class! Bobby Reed! Bobby Prima!
I'm Ryan, you going to flip up please?
Incredible! Leon Bailey!
My things in advance.
What is some man? Bobby Reed, midfield. Jamaican bro.
Yes, guys. I don't know if you guys are seeing. We just want to big up everybody. We're just here to kind of adjust things, guys. I'm seeing some reports coming out today. It seems to me like is it the observer that's backtracking, or is it the JFF that's backtracking, guys? I don't know what's happening. Thanks for everybody for checking in. Just remember to like the video. We're gonna do a quick one. Um, I don't know if you guys see what's happening with the JFF today, and what's happening with the observer. There's some kind of backtracking happening right now where it's saying that the JFF president Michael Ricketts has rubbish claims that Tappa Whitmore has been replaced, guys. So all that jubilation and excitement last night might be short lived. It's a possibility that Tappa Whitmore is still the coach. This is madness that Tappa Whitmore is still the coach. It's a potential that Tappa Whitmore is still the coach, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think about this so we can have a little discussion on this, because this is a joke. This is a joke, guys. Obviously, the president doesn't know what's happening because he wasn't at the meeting last night. Okay. Young Kings Entertainment. Yeah. If the president doesn't know what's happening, then who knows what's happening? Can we get somebody on the line who knows what's happening? Because obviously this this situation to you kind of just exposes the JFF even more. The JFF, they got to get this right. They might think this is coming down on top of, but I think fans are becoming a bit over this whole JFF. And Mr. Ricketts, if Tappa is not fired, you need to come out and explain to the fans why is he not fired. Why is he not fired? This is a mess. This is a mess. I can understand there was a lot of speculation happening, but this is a mess. I can see now the Observer and the Star, they're saying this is a developing, it's a developing situation right now. The story is developing. So obviously there's no consensus or conclusion on whether Tappa is fired. This is just not fair for the fans. It's still happening. This is the same way, the same manner you guys has been carrying on, where the fans don't know what's happening and we're left to speculate. Who's gonna step up right now and bite bullet, explain to us what's happening out there? Because we don't know what's happening. We don't know what's happening. I've been tracking the news all day, and it seems like the Observer is either trying to sell newspapers online, um, or they're actually backtracking, guys. So anybody who has any more any new information, please let us know in the chat. Please let us know in the chat. As you know, guys, Ryan LFC is at work, and the information, the news is developing as we go along, and I wanted to just come out and try to find out from the fans if they know what's really going on, what's happening, if we get some clarity on this. Because I think the fans should actually boycott the game, boycott the next games. If the JFF make a mess of this, we need to boycott the games. Something need The fans need to show that they also have some power in this. We can't allow the JFF to disrespect the fans like this, not knowing what's happening. And the funny thing is, while Ryan was giving all that information last night, I remember the Maverick said, Ryan, don't be surprised if tomorrow Tappa and Mr. Ricketts are big office. And hey, who know? It looks like Tappa is not fired, guys. It look like Tappa is still the coach. Look like Tappa is still the coach, as far as what I'm hearing. So I'm looking at this from a few different angles, guys. I'm wondering if somebody in the meeting leaked this information to basically get the public's opinion on this situation. I'm wondering if the board is actually split on this discussion. I'm wondering if there was a vote and there's an actual split happening, and they wanted to basically get public if they wanted to get public opinion to basically sway the rest of the, the voters, or whoever's supposed to make the decision. Because information, and is it a possibility that all the newspaper or all these news articles and these media houses got it wrong? All the media houses got it wrong. Ryan is at work, guys. We just had some news that basically came out in the Observer like an hour ago, that Mr. Ricketts came out, the president, and said that he rubbish claims that Tappa is actually no longer the coach. That's the crazy thing. Big up yourself, Troy Moon, and what is that? I don't know how to pronounce that name. The Marzan or something. Big up yourself with the 7 in your name. So basically, this is what we're saying now. What's going on? What's going on? Is it a possibility that the Observer got it wrong? The Gleaner got it wrong? Something really interesting happened that I noticed with the newspaper. The Star and the Observer basically had the same quotes in one of the articles. And I was like, are they just copying each other's quotes? Like, I never seen that where newspapers had the same titles. So I'm wondering if how did this information get out to these media houses, and where did they get the confirmation from? Was this a plot all along by the JFF to destroy the YouTubers, to basically throw out some information and have the YouTubers run with the information to basically steal power from the YouTubers? Is this a possibility, Andre Stevenson? It's crazy. It's crazy. Is this a possibility that the JFF baited the YouTubers into throwing out this information so they can run with it to destroy themselves? This is crazy. This is crazy times, because we still don't know who's the coach. Is Tappa? So basically, Tappa is still the coach, guys, until we hear from one of the valid sources. Currently, right now, as we speak, Tappa is still the coach of the the Jamaican national football team. Tappa Whitmore is still the coach. Blue Mountain Entertainment said, if Tappa not get fired, me done with the team. At least my other team, the Netherlands, is back in the World Cup. Yo, Blue Mountain, I never know say me I support the Netherlands, man. Big up yourself. At least we have a next team can just watch it at the World Cup. But I support other teams, but there's no love for those teams like Jamaica. Ryan gonna melt down. Marlon, yeah, Ryan is at work. I think Ryan maybe do a stream later. I just thought that it was interesting. I'm in a different time zone. It's currently 4:35 my time in the afternoon, so it's getting dark here now. In Scandinavia, this time of the year, it's dark outside already. Very dark at 4 o'clock. This is crazy. This is crazy. I feel the same way about this Blue Mountain. I feel the same way about this. This is a nightmare. Like I can't believe this that the party demo we have last night over already. Tappa is still the coach, guys. Let me know in the chat let me know in the comments if you think the fans should boycott the next upcoming games. Let me know if the fans should boycott the next upcoming games because I strongly think so. I think if Tappa is still the coach, the fans should boycott the games. No fans should buy a ticket to enter the National Stadium for the next game. This is appalling. Like, this is the biggest disrespect I've ever seen. I don't think the JFF. Let's see if the JFF, how they're really going to handle this. Let me see if they're really going to treat the fans as if the fans doesn't really matter. As we saw the importance of the fans in the stadium the other day, the fans gave the team a boost. That was quite obvious. Let's see if Tappa is still the coach. What's going to happen? Let's protest at the JFF office. I'm with that, Adrian. If I was on the ground, I would be the first one planning the protest. I would be the first one. I think Marlon said, me and we need to go, but brother, name Hill or whatsoever him name, him look worse than Tappa. To be honest with you, Marlon, I kind of disagree with that. For me, Hill just base everybody who can come out and say anything about Hill, Ricky Hill or whatever his name is, unless you played for the guy or you met him personally, we all got our information on the internet. So unless people actually our persons know the man personally, they can't really say much. And basically, based on what I'm seeing, he looked like he actually did a good job at Tampa Bay Rowdies. He actually played a passing style of football. That's progress for us. At least that tells me we're planning to hold the ball for more than 10 seconds. I think that's an upgrade. That would be an upgrade. At Luton, they got relegated. He came back. He went to Trinidad. So he had a few stints. I don't know what level license he has. And we're past that, guys. I think we're past that as well. We don't know if Tappa is still the coach. So I think we can even back off the idea now of planning who's gonna replace Tappa. Guys, Tappa is still the coach as we speak currently. Tappa is still the coach. Let's see what Javon Place says. It's a process. That's what Oral Tracy was saying last night. And I do agree. I do agree. Why would you boycott your country, man? That's sad, my boy. Nico, what is it? Griffiths, I don't think you're a genuine Reggae Boy fans. If you are a fan, if you actually feel what we feel when our team watching our team lose, you would boycott the games. Trust me. That tells me you will support nonsense and you will support this kind of behavior, Nico. We can't keep supporting this behavior. Why would you put your money behind this behavior? You're no longer supporting your country. Big up
Hey,
yourself, Joe.
before I just pop in to see what the actual hell is going on.
Is there anybody in the back room?
Yes, there is. You mean add him in?
Yes, it's Lincoln. I think it's Lincoln.
Yes, there's Lincoln. I'm gonna change the overlay because it's too big.
Yeah.
So what is actually going on? Was the news from last night a lie?
I'm reading in the Observer. I even shot the information to Lincoln where it says the JFF boss has rubbish claims last night. So correct, like Tappa is still the coach as we speak.
If the information is true that I'm hearing still, I don't know, brother. I don't know if I can support the team any further. You know what I mean? I wouldn't advise people to support JFF because if they don't care about the team making the World Cup, why would we invest our time and money? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So people are gonna come out and say, yeah, these guys aren't patriotic because they're making a stand.
Yeah.
But brother, if you want to change, you have to take a stand at some point, brother. How much longer are we gonna drink Jim Jones Kool-Aid, brother?
How long we gonna drink this sugar and water? This is not even Kool-Aid. Sugar and water, brother.
Not even Kool-Aid, brother. But brother, if the man not fire for true, brother, then we can't. What's the purpose, brother?
But it's
We're
just,
not going anywhere with this guy in charge, brother.
we're not going anywhere with this guy in charge. Jersey boy, it's getting mercury out here. What you say? It's getting the water. It's looking it's looking
Yeah,
foggy.
I get what you mean, but like that's ridiculous. Like I was so happy to see you guys so happy last night that you've got rid of him, and they just literally pulled out a Uno reverse card saying, "No, psych, we're not getting rid of him."
But you
But I
don't you
swear to God, if they don't get rid of him, these guys are more delusional than the worst delusional person on earth. They're just like, you know what, these people they don't know anything about football. We know about football. Like honestly, as watching the game, like against USA, you guys are doing so great. It's like he doesn't make any substitutions. You know, basically everyone I've seen now is Tappa out. How have they not got rid of him? If they've actually not got rid of him and decided I'm not going to get rid of him, that just shows that these guys are absolutely useless at their job.
Yeah, so basically, because I'm speculating a few things here, because I was saying to Lincoln earlier that I think it's a possibility that someone put out that information last night to kind of check the temperature of the fans, to check public opinion, and I think you got your answer. The public opinion, based on what I'm reading, most of it says that Tappa out. So what are we waiting on to pull the
Brother,
plug on this thing?
I think that maybe the observer made a mistake by saying he's not fired. I can't believe. Me can't fathom the idea that Tappa is still in charge, brother. You know what I mean? Tappa, brother, me can't fathom the idea, brother. So let's
I
see.
can't.
Let's
I
see
can't
what
deal with
happens.
it.
But JFF would, if a coach normally gets sacked, they would make an official statement on their website.
But I wouldn't be surprised, Lincoln, if this current JFF fire a coach and don't make an official statement either, based on their past behavior. Because I think when Jerome Wade got fired, there's still no articles
No, I think
stating
they
that.
did that. I think they
Did they
made a
actually do
post.
that?
I think
They
they
made
made
a
a
post.
post. Yes,
Because
he's gonna
when all
assist
this
now.
story, when the story was running, I was looking at the JFF Instagram and their website, and I noticed they're not touching the story. They weren't touching the story, and I felt strange about that. I felt that they, they knew something that we didn't.
Yeah.
And I'm also saying, Lincoln, you think it's a possibility they throw the bait out there to so the YouTubers can eat it up and crush themselves?
Yeah, maybe he's one of the opposing. Maybe someone on the board that oppose Tappa being in charge might put out this in the media just to see where the fans are at. And, you know what I mean? And I think majority of the fans wouldn't mind see Tappa getting out the door. So I don't
I
know
think the
why.
YouTubers will. I think the YouTubers will win this war eventually, though.
Yeah, I don't know why they
Lincoln.
would insist on keeping Tappa in the job. You
Yeah,
know
yeah.
what I mean?
Why keeping? All right, let's look at it this way, guys. They already screwed up to a point, Lincoln, where it's now too hard to fire Tappa in a way, but the man is so bad that you actually have to fire him.
I wouldn't say it's too hard to fire, brother, because
Very true.
why would you wait any longer, brother? If you give up on this campaign, say for instance the JFF gave up on this campaign, that still wouldn't justify them keeping Whitmore in charge. Why not get someone else to see out these games and see us a bunch of players? You know what I mean? Why would you allow Tappa to get the rest of games? What is the point in that?
It's
Why
like
not just getting the new guy to run these games, even if they give up on the campaign, brother? Getting a new coach.
It's like me come and see you, Lincoln and Jersey boy standing on a bridge, ready to commit suicide, and I just push you in your back. I just help you over the bridge. That's basically what they're doing to Tappa. Save the guy and relieve him of his duties. Let him move on. Ryan said last night there are offers on the table for Tappa to get other coaching jobs. Let him get another coaching job in the Caribbean so we can beat him when we catch him with a proper coach. We show him how Jamaica should be played. Let Tappa give us our freedom, release us from this bondage of bad decisions. it's just bad decisions after. Lincoln, you saw in that game, anybody who were at least 5% more tactically aware, we would have won those last 2 games.
Of course, brother. Clearly you can see it, brother. It's evident, brother. And that's one of the reasons why I think Tappa, because overall, Tappa had 2 stints, I think about 9 years in total. Over the 2 stints. Or say 8 years, brother. And from those 8 years, we don't see where Tappa implement anything tactically, brother. You know what I mean? No style of play whatsoever.
No style of play.
You know what I mean? There's nothing. Even if we lose the games, brother. Even the worst teams in the octagonal, whatever it is, the 8 team, Jamaica is the only team that can pass the ball around, brother. Honduras can pass the ball around. They might not have the same quality players as Jamaica. But Jamaica is the only team in the group that cannot pass the ball around. Look at El Salvador. All they need is some quality, brother, and they wouldn't do with them now. If they had the quality, Jamaica.
If they had a quality striker, they probably would have beat us.
Jamaica is the only team cannot play football, brother. With so many quality players. The man they make
it's crazy.
The man they make Antonio and Bobby Reed them look like farm worker and Leon Bailey, brother. And then fans.
All right. So let's touch on that Leon Bailey thing.
Brother,
let's touch on that Leon Bailey
thing. Calling out Bailey and Bobby Reed, say, yo, the man them can't make some local team. Come on, brother.
Quickly, Taylor. I saw a comment. I thought it was quite funny. Would you like him as manager? Sam Allardyce.
Well, listen, guys. Remember, I don't remember. Jersey boy, how much is the Jamaican dollar to the pound? It's probably about 180 or 170 something. Guys, you have to understand. If we barely could pay Carl Brown, we're not gonna be able to pay Sam Allardyce.
Oh, okay. So yeah, one Jamaican dollar in pound is 48 cents. 48p.
No, you need to do it. How much is £1 to the Jamaican dollar?
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So
£1 in Jamaican dollars.
I think it's probably around 180 or around that price.
Jesus Christ. 208.87.
So guys, that tells you the
£1 is 208 Jamaican dollars.
208 Jamaican dollars. So that tells you where the Jamaican economy is going, and that tells you that we cannot afford Sam Allardyce, guys. We cannot afford Sam Allardyce. We need to actually look at a coach that we actually can afford. And I think that's why the name Ricky Hall, what's his name? What's the guy name? We were talking about him last.
Ricky Tiki.
Oh my, yeah.
Ricky Tiki.
So yeah, if you wanted to get Sam Allardyce, you have to pay $1 billion Jamaican dollars. That's ridiculous.
$1 billion Jamaican dollars.
There's other coach.
We don't have that kind of money.
Brother. There's other coach out there in the region.
Yeah, and Sam Allardyce is not my favorite, right?
Brother,
Linky.
In my opinion, we need a young coach. We don't need another old
young coach. Yeah.
We wouldn't agree with Ricky Tiki because we need a young progressive coach, brother. You see what I mean?
And that was one of my fears last night, Lincoln. That was one of my fears when I went and looked at him. I thought though he would, whatever. If they brought in the guy, I would have think that they probably had previous conversations. But one thing I think me and you, Lincoln, we probably see eye to eye on this. I don't want another coach coming in playing the style of football that he played in the day playing for England, because that's not where football is today. I don't want to watch this stuff anymore. I want somebody who understand where the game is going and understand technology, understand analytics, and understand something new, bring something new to the table. We don't want that same. And you know what? Another thing I noticed, Lincoln, some of those older coaches, they are very hesitant when it comes to making substitutions.
Yeah, because
I don't know if you noticed
that. They have their old way of their old philosophy. Remember, football evolving.
Mm-hmm.
That's why many coaches get left in the past, brother. Look, many coaches stick to them old ways, even though they were world-class coaches in their day. You know what I mean? But football move on, brother, with technology and all these things. So we have to improve ourselves with the times. And if you don't plan to do that, brother, you're going to get left behind. And that's why I would want a younger coach, brother. I see many people I say Craig Butler, but the thing why I wouldn't hire Craig, even though I respect Craig and everything, brother. Because him have a academy, brother. Him have a good, him can develop players and all that. We know that. Him one of the best in the region at developing players, yes. But I still wouldn't want him in charge because him have a team already.
I agree with you.
Him have a
I
team,
agree with you.
him have a team, him have an academy. And that even though he said he could make objective decision, he can pick a team based off merit and not feelings. You know what I mean? I respect that, but I still wouldn't want him in charge, brother. I want somebody when I have no affiliation with these players to come in charge and pick team based on merit, brother. See me? And
Here's my thing. Here's my thing with Craig Butler, Lincoln. Here's my thing with Craig Butler. I love Craig Butler and I love that he's transparent and he's outspoken and he's very radical. But I think his approach, he will get a lot of pushback. He will get a lot of pushback because I think a lot of the old guards, they're not ready to get in line and do something different. Though we need a man like Craig Butler, I don't know if he would be the healthiest idea for right now. I think we're in such a chaotic situation. We need somebody actually who thinks like Craig Butler, but maybe approaches the situation in a more subtle manner. Because we know how Jamaicans are, and they won't drop their pride, even if it requires their pride for them to drop their pride for us to get a good result. I don't think they would just give Craig Butler the keys and say, listen. And I think Craig Butler would get he would get the results. But I'm a Jamaican myself, and I think there's so much pride there that it would be like your Lego bear pit bull in a pen and them just tear up each other. So I don't know if it would be the healthiest situation.
Yeah, locally, he would be the perfect locally, from a local standpoint. If we get a coach from like Jamaica or within the Caribbean, he would be one of the top choices. But the only reason why me personally wouldn't put him in charge is because the conflict of interest. If that wasn't the case, Craig Butler all day, brother, because Craig Butler is forward thinking, brother.
I love that about Craig. I love that about him. I love that, and I think he laid the blueprint, Lincoln. I think he laid out a blueprint where where basically that's the problem. They could learn so much from what Craig Butler has done with his academy because he has got results. He has produced one of the gems out of Jamaica in the past 10 years through his academy. He know the runnings in Europe. He know how to work as an agent. He know how to make those deals. He know who to contact. It's just the thing right now. And for me, I would actually want Craig to be more involved with the younger team, actually, the under 17s. But again, I think that's where the real conflict of interest is going to come in because he has a lot of young players. And if his players are the better players, even though his players are the better players and should be on the team, it's just going to look bad for him. It's going to look like he's bringing in all his players. You're going to start hearing people say, if you don't play for Phoenix, then you can't. So this is the thing. And this is the same thing with Mr. Speed as well. Mr. Speed just won the JPL. But if Mr. Speed take over the team, conflict of interest from outside looking in, because we have asked Mr. Speed this question and he pretty much broke down his role and showed us how it wouldn't be a conflict of interest, but from the outside looking in, it looks like that.
Obviously, you won't say that, but in reality, it would be a conflict of interest. Even though Craig and Mr. Speed, they know how to develop players, they know what they're doing, you can see it locally. But we want somebody from outside, brother.
Let's bring up a few comments and let Lincoln and Jim answer for you. Let's take a few comments, Lincoln. I like this look, Jersey boy. Yeah, we look like we mean business. It look like we're ready to boycott some games. I like this. I like this setup. So let's be honest about all of this. We, the general public, knew based on what we saw that Tappa wasn't good enough to take our program forward. So my question is, why didn't the JFF Why didn't the JFF didn't see this also? What says you, Lincoln?
Brother, in my opinion, I think they know, brother. I think they know Tappa, but it's an ego thing because majority of John Public or whatever we call it, I said Tappa forget fire, and because of them ego, they are not gonna agree with what John Public has said and fire Tappa. You know me? So them are gonna stick to them guns regardless if them know, cause them know football just like we, brother. All of them watch football and understand how football work, brother. Them see the divide within the camp and them not choose it for fire Tappa. So based off of that, make your uncle say it's an ego thing, brother. Because the public are say, yo, we not for fire Tappa, we not for fire Tappa. So they decide not to do it.
They decide not to fire Tappa.
So
Okay, let's bring up
too
another
late
one,
still.
Jersey
Never too
boy.
late.
He said, if we get Craig as the coach, then we would get the best out of Bailey and Antonio because we would have a system. Guys, based on what Leon Bailey's performance for Jamaica, I'm starting to feel doubtful. I'm starting to become doubtful, Thomas, when it comes to Leon Bailey and his performance. And we have given Leon Bailey a lot of slack. We have given Leon Bailey a lot of slack. I'm not buying this that Craig Butler would automatically come in and have Leon Bailey playing at the pace that we need him to play because the team is not good enough. But however, I still feel like Leon Bailey showed me that if he's not playing in a system, he actually doesn't function.
But to be fair to a JT, who functions without a system?
And you're right. That's what I'm saying. That this is not a bad
be-
thing, Lincoln. What I'm saying, you get what I'm saying. So me, I gotta agree. Say, like, it seems like he doesn't handle this chaotic situation very well.
I think there's too much pressure on Bailey to perform, and that's why he's not delivering. Because the team not set up properly, brother. The team not have no style of play. The wing back now overlap and pull a defender so that Bailey can go inside or choose to pass outside or do other things with the ball. The team has set, brother. The team has set up no way.
Because in this window, Lincoln, in
Yeah.
this window, the only way I thought Leon Bailey would have been effective if we played Ravel Morrison more. I felt that Ravel Morris would have complement Leon Bailey's play more, spread the ball. Because another thing, guys, go back and watch the game. As I said, Speedy Williams hold back this Jamaican team a lot. But this is only for people who understand football. This is only for people who understand football. Look when Speedy Williams gets the ball. As I said, Speedy Williams doesn't allow players to come close to him, so he makes the safest pass. However, that safe pass, most of the time, it kills the runner play. It kills the build-up play. Go back and watch it. Every time Speedy Williams get the ball, Speedy sometimes should just make a turn. The space is there, but you can see him. He has a clock in his head where he's thinking, I need to get rid of the ball in the safest way. But what it does is it put pressure on the defense. I saw that. He did that in that US game about 3 times where he passed the ball back and killed the play and just transferred the pressure on our defenders. And then Damian Lowe just kicked the ball out long when Speedy should just turn, and he had options right and he had options left. So I think Speedy has been the most improved player, but he's holding back the team for me. Personally, he gives us a good he gives us a good shift on defense, but he kills the team going forward. Lincoln.
I wouldn't necessarily say that, if we had a system to facilitate Speedy and if the midfield was working well, I don't think Speedy would have affect the team. And just because we don't have a system, so it kind of look at that way there. But I get what you say still. He's a safe player. He make the easy pass. And the midfield I hold back the team.
Yeah, it's a safe player, and that's the difference, right? That's the difference, Lincoln, with him and Grant. Grant tends to take the ball and he positions himself very well. So you either foul him, but he gets enough time to make a play. Speedy doesn't allow players to get too close to him, so he makes the safest pass. But for me, it's a negative pass. It's a negative pass. You can't have 2 players on the pitch like Speedy Williams and Haka at the same time. We basically are playing without a midfield. because Lamar Walker wasn't really on the field. His jersey was there, but he wasn't on the pitch. I think them put like Lamar Walker jersey in like a ghost had him jersey running out there, and Lamar was actually in the stadium because I didn't see him out there.
And the coach thought that even though you have to put some of the blame on the player, cause when you get an opportunity like this, brother, you can't play with it, brother. You barely get games. You have to seize your opportunities, brother. The same I did, even though the coach threw him in the deep end, in the biggest game of the qualifiers. Because him not get no game previously. And I mean, how long when I see Lamar on the field, he wasn't even in the last sets of qualifying games. He wasn't in the squad. So for just to bring him in the squad and just throw him in the hardest game, even though the player have to take responsibility, the coach is to blame also. Can't just show a young player in a deep end like that.
You know what? I think Tappa, because I always try to figure out how to explain, have an explanation for Tappa's madness. Lincoln, I'm thinking he thinks that Lamar Walker is playing in the USL, so he's more familiar with the American style of play. I'm saying that's the only madness he can be thinking while Lamar Walker was on that pitch. It can't be on skill set or performances or his capabilities. It has to be familiarity with the players. Guys, I don't have any problem with Speedy. As I'm saying, I can say that Speedy is one of the most improved players. But I'm going to tell you what I'm seeing out there on tape. And sometimes some of you guys have to watch the game again. Go back and watch the game again and you will see. So you see, and another thing to what I got to realize too. Sometimes I'm talking to fans who are passionate, but they don't understand the actual concept of football and each position and what you need from a player. Lincoln, because you understand what I'm saying, Lincoln. You can have 100% passer ratings, but 100% of your passes were actually negative passes.
You never watch Mohamed El Neni for Arsenal, man. 90% pass accuracy, brother. Because yes. he only make safe passes, brother.
He only makes safe passes.
You have to take chances, brother. Oh, you have to win the game. Without chances, you cannot win the game, brother. We have too many safe players in the team, brother.
Too many safe players.
But even
and if you're gonna start, go ahead.
I think that come from the coach still. I think that because based on the clips, the little clips that we see them put out, brother. Basically, what the coach I tell them to do. The coach now correct them in the training session when we see 6-7 long ball in a 20-second clip. I say, I did. I don't see the coach implement no style of play, no pass in between, no combination between midfielders and wing backs and strikers. So, I think of the coach still. The coach are the problem, man. Until we get a new coach, I think that the players them are going to improve. You know what I mean? Because no structure no there. So until we get a coach. So if the news are fake news, brother, I don't watch no more football for now.
Yeah, I won't be, and I won't be on the train if top, because it's senseless, Ryan. Lincoln, it's senseless. I bet if we get a new coach and we don't have a proper CDM, you're gonna see the next coach is gonna turn one of our defenders into a CDM. I promise you. I promise you, because Tappa's way of coaching, where you're starting two players who are similar as far as they give you nothing going forward, Speedy and Javon Watson. Javon Watson, he had the vision, he has a vision where he wants to go with the ball, but the ball just never gets there.
I don't, but I don't agree with it, because we are, for instance, like say in the El Salvador game where Jamaica is the more superior team. Why would you use two defensive midfield, brother? Well, that me can't wrap my head around, brother. Jamaica more superior than. Why not use one defensive midfield and two center midfield and try impose your game upon El Salvador instead of setting up for a counter-attacking game when you have the better players? El Salvador not really have them those players a unit. Just like Panama, it's just that they have a good coach. It's not that they are better, brother. Individually, It's not that Canada is better individually than Jamaica. Or the players are more intelligent. It's not that. It's just that the coach have a style of play.
Is
And
a
we
better
don't
coach.
have one, brother. From the Gold Cup, me see that in a brother. Tappa should have get fire from the Gold Cup exploits, in a brother. From Suriname outplay we in the game, even though we win. Guadeloupe, brother.
Guadeloupe out players.
Outplay we in a brother. Guadeloupe, Jamaica, the only team can play football in a century, in a brother.
Yeah, and Jamaica, if you look at a country that produce some of the best athletes. I know football. I was just watching a game, I think yesterday, with my old school, Homo Technical versus Manchester High. And as I say to you, the
Brother,
problem runs deep. The
you know
problem
what's a watch
runs
the
deep.
game, brother? Me no cut you. You know what's a watch that said game there? I send my friend a voice note about the game. I say, brother,
Yeah.
you know what's if I we play a D cup, nothing no change. At the center half, still a clear the ball. I see him to send me virgin now voice note.
Yeah,
I say, brother, watch
yeah.
out. I just watch Homewood and Manchester. And at the center half, me see still a clear the ball.
Still clear the ball, and
And them
you
have
still have no idea when they get in front of goal, and it's still that long ball where you hope you're forward, where you hope the defender make a mistake and the forward run onto it, and that's the only way. I'm like, the problem runs deep. I understand, even Mr. Speed, I understand you're trying to revamp the whole coaching thing in Jamaica, but man, we need a real intervention. We
brother,
have some terrible coaches at the high
then no
school
good
level,
coach
bro.
a coach. No, Mr. Reynolds a coach. Manchester, him a coach. Now one of the best coach at Jamaica, brother, and them the ball game they play.
Them the ball game we
Like I
play.
show you say.
I understand it was Manchester High first game. I understand it was Manchester
Doesn't
first
matter,
game,
brother.
but
Doesn't matter.
it was the same thing with Calabar and JC. It was the same buck off your toe football. You kick it and you run, and a man hope say you trip over it in front of the 18 and score. I'm like, guys, when are we gonna have a coach who says to the youth, I need the ball on the ground? Number one, in my time of playing football here, Lincoln, is just when you're pressing, we press in a triangle with three players. Meaning when we get the ball, the person who has the ball has the two options. You have two outlets. That's all the time how we press. That's how we press. We press in a triangle. So every time one of us get the ball, you have an option. That's moving forward. When you also moving forward is the triangle play, but the triangle is flexible. It's always moving. So players are always looking for groups, a triangle, and it just builds up. And if you look, sometimes the coach used to let us look at training session from like a drone level, and you can see the triangles building up, and that's how team Jamaica. It's just like down the pitch, linking. The center back clear the ball. You have a one man do a one dribble, and maybe him break away down the wing and him cross it and nobody is there.
Because you know why I do it, brother? Because there, even though many people say the cup is to improve players, to develop players, I don't think it is enough. Because all the coaches want to win the game. So they must do what they think is required to win the match. Hoof the ball upfield and try to get a goal. That's it. So I don't think no players are get developed like well majority of us think or
So
say.
crazy.
You know what I mean?
It's terrible. It's terrible.
The coaches need to improve, brother. The coaches, we need some young coaches to develop the youth then. Because the long ball
Yeah.
team, a Jamaica Hunger team, brother. If I go watch a high school team in my neighborhood right now, brother, I don't see the man them a do that, brother. The man them a tell the defender them say, hey, take risk. Win, lose, or draw. Even if you give away a goal, brother. It's all about improvement. So
It's all
pass
about
the ball out
improvement.
from the back. Even if you give away the ball and it result in a goal, continue to play the ball out from the back. And the man never do that at grassroots level, brother. You know what I mean?
I never see this linking.
From 5
Check this
years
out,
old.
linking.
You see me?
You notice, based on what I realize with the coaches in Jamaica, it's one man tackling. It's one it's one man tackling. So when he gets the football, you know what his option is in linking is a big kick. Forget it to the rest of teammate them, because his teammates are all over the pitch. There's no structure. Even people think that tackling. So here what I realize linking is they're so concerned about not getting scored on. that they have no idea how to go forward.
Then the same way Jamaica play, brother, you know, see that, man? Just
Yeah,
like the schoolboy
it's
teams. You see me? Because how you feel coach a schoolboy team, brother? And you know basically teach them anything. Nothing really. What are you actually teaching them as a coach?
Lincoln out
when
of the
they ready,
Costa Cup.
wait, then,
Out of the
how
Costa
many?
Cup for the past 10 years, Lincoln. Have we
Yeah,
produced any player that
but brother,
reached any
as
level?
I say, the coach them responsible, brother. Because how many coach can look upon themselves at the end of a D Cup campaign and say, you know what I say, me improve Walter and Tappa do. You say me I did. How many coach can say that? Yeah,
I
Lincoln.
don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
You say me
It's
I
it's
did.
it's
They just want to
it's
win the
awful.
competition, brother. Them not go in the thing for develop players. Cause
It's
oh, you
awful,
feel a
man.
coach
It's
over
awful.
10 years. Oh, you feel a coach a D Cup. You coach D Cup more than 10 years, brother. And how many players you can look upon and say, yo, you know what I mean? I'm going to develop that youth there.
Yeah, it's that to me when, and I'm not gonna blame the youngsters in Jamaica because they don't know any better. They don't know any better. And my thing is when you look at Manchester High, especially a school like that of high academic you know what I mean students I'm sure if you have a certain way of coaching them, they will grasp it. So that tells me it's the coach. It's the coach. The coach has no, and these coaches are just destroying talent. It's like we have a bunch of, you know how you say you have manager and damager. Me feel say them coaches are just damaging the youths as far as development is
And they're
concerned. It's
unaware, they're
terrible.
unaware of this also. They're not
That's
aware
the
of what
problem.
they're
That's
doing.
the problem. The unawareness of of not realizing. And if you go down there right now, them tell us that you don't know nothing about football.
You don't know. No. Yeah, because then, brother, you know, listen to the masses and the social media, how them talk, brother. About
It's
players. We don't
crazy.
need this player, we don't need that player. We only need local players. Brother, no, brother. Brother, common sense, I tell you, brother. Common sense. If you don't get a certain level of training in any kind of job, you can't perform up to speed, brother. It no matter what kind of job, brother. Even if it's just a landscaping job, say I cut
Mm-hmm.
to grass. A man give weed work and say go cut my grass. And you never cut grass before. Oh, you're not gonna cut it up to speed, brother. You're gonna mess up the man land.
However, Lincoln, I'm inspired. I'm inspired. I would love to coach a schoolboy team at some point, just to maybe for a season, just to show them how you really coach. Because I think as I said, I could coach a pickup team off the street and probably win the Costa Cup. If I have them for the summer, I can get them to. When I look at corner kicks, number one, another thing here when your coach is taking corner kick, there's actually strategies we work on where players are either what you call this now what is this played linking where like a player a pick and roll almost. It's like a
Yeah,
pick and
yeah, pick
roll
and
where
roll.
you block a player and I run around you. Another thing, if we don't
Some
have a
little
place,
strategy, man.
yeah,
Some
yeah.
little
If we don't have a play,
strategy.
make sure the ball is on the penalty spot. Make sure the ball. Leon Bailey. Why is Leon Bailey keep taking corner kicks for Jamaica?
Oh, but
He,
he has a good delivery on him, though, to be fair.
he has a good delivery. Can
But
I see one
because,
in the box? Can
but
we see one
because,
on target?
as what you just say, the coach
Mm.
have to implement certain strategic in-game tactics where we don't believe set based on Leon Bailey do. Because we see Leon Bailey deliver them a key in other teams. You know what I mean? So when him in Jamaica, and you see him can put in a good ball or, you know what I mean? A dangerous ball in the box, then we have to look at the coach, brother.
No. You know, I'm not going to look at the coach. You see, right before Leon Bailey came in this window, this was one of the biggest jokes about Leon Bailey on YouTube by Aston Villa fans. They say he can't take a corner for shite. That's their statement. They're like, Leon Bailey should stay away from corner kicks. You should go and watch it. The Aston Villa fans are saying that Leon Bailey shouldn't take corner
Man.
kicks. He's
Yeah.
terrible at that.
Bailey is good
what
at
you're saying.
corners. Man. He's good at
He,
corners.
I've got to say quickly, he's been. I'm gonna pop in and out because I'm busy. But if you took an example of the Everton game, it was his first proper game. He was so good. He literally scored from a corner. It was. If it wasn't for Digne, it would have gone in anyway. But Digne
Anyway,
put it in goal, so he can do it. But I don't think he's that
he's just
good at
not
corners.
consistent. He's just
Exactly.
not.
I
He's just
agree
not
with you. I agree with you.
consistent. That's it. He's just not, and that's what we're looking. This is the thing, you know. When people hear us talk about Leon Bailey, it's just like in school. Linking. The teacher The teacher mostly talk to the students that you know have the potential to be great. We wouldn't sit here and discuss a Lamar Walker 24 hours. But we would discuss Leon Bailey because we know Leon Bailey can reach the pinnacle of football. We can see a Leon Bailey flying down the wing at Real Madrid or in Barcelona. I'm just saying, guys, some people are going to say, Jay Taylor, you're mad, he's not going to go there. What I'm saying is he has that potential, but he has to be more consistent. He has to be more consistent and just do the things that got him where he is now more often. I think sometimes he moves away from his game too much, Lincoln.
But the team also have to be consistent in a way that's gonna make Leon Bailey perform to the best of his ability. You know what I mean? If you look back in the past games, how many of the players you can say out of the 11 perform well? You know what I mean? So if we not
No,
perform
the game
collectively-
against
if we're
which
not
game was
performing
it?
collectively as a team, it's gonna be hard to single out a one player, regardless of his potential and his ability.
I think he had a good game against El Salvador. No, even when people were talking, I thought he had a good game first half.
Leon Bailey try his best, brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I thought he had a good game.
Because how the team set up, it's hard for him, brother, because he's the talisman. So there's a lot of pressure on Leon Bailey to perform. And based on how the team set up, the team is set up for we get the best, the 100% out of Bailey. But don't if we get 50% from Bailey, I'll know. Because if you run up and down like headless chicken all over the place.
It's so crazy. But all right, this is what I'm saying to you now, Lincoln, is this is my thing now. Here is where me and you are gonna disagree on Leon Bailey. And I'm gonna make a point on this. Mikel Antonio came in this team as a class player. Mikel Antonio didn't get any ball at him foot, you know. Mikel Antonio basically made an opportunity out of thin air, out of scrap, out of crumbs off the ground. What I'm saying to you is the class player that Leon Bailey is, we could at least see a 10% more better out of him just off an individual basis of who he is. That's what I'm saying, Lincoln.
That's true, but he's not 100% confident in the national colours. So you can also take that in consideration. You know what I mean? Him right now, Antonio fly high in the Premier League. So him confidence level up. But Leon Bailey might go through a little bad patch. You know what I mean? And him confidence that did it with the national team because him knows, say, yo, if him not perform, this I go say and this I go say, this money I go say this, that the man.
No, I think less pressure is on Leon Bailey at the national team. I think for me, I think less pressure is on Leon Bailey at the national team because this is his country and we know Leon Bailey don't even have to come and play for us. Having Leon Bailey there is like a gift to us. I think Leon Bailey knows that we appreciate him. And I think I think in the national team is where Leon Bailey should just relax and play his game. I think where the pressure is for Leon Bailey is that £30 million that they pay him. Because that's where you have £30 million worth of pressure on you. That's for Jamaica. I think Leon Bailey just needs to come and just play his game and don't put any pressure on himself because we know your capabilities are. That's why we say do the simple things that we know you're good at. We don't want you to turn back every minute, even though there's not a lot of option. But go down the wing one time, make we see Leon Bailey flashing across like he did at Liverpool.
But we see
just
Bailey
one.
go down the wing. We see Bailey go down the wing many times and nobody knows how the box him flash the cross.
I understand that. That's why I said nobody's there.
maybe a one player in the box. So that me I tell you, say, when we get a better coach, we can judge Bailey, brother. Right now, me agree saying if you perform better. Yes, we agree with that, brother. But me not give the youth too much stick because me knowing myself say the coach not good enough and the coach now have no tactics. So me not go all out on a player like Bailey. I say me I did.
I don't put enough because you know why. So everybody in the comments, this is why I'm saying about the pressure with Leon Bailey in the national team. You know why I don't put any pressure on Leon Bailey in the national team? Because I know this national team needs more than Leon Bailey to get it right. This is why because Leon Bailey position in the national team is not the problem. That's not where the issue is. The issue is we don't have any midfield. That's the problems. I never put pressure on Leon Bailey when it comes to the national team. I think Leon Bailey is dying for us to have a midfield where he can get the service that he needs. I think that's the big problem right now, Lincoln. So that's where I'm coming from with that.
I could agree with that still. I could agree. You know what I mean? I could agree with that, brother. Tell you the truth.
So where do we go from here? Boycott for you, Lincoln. But you say boycott or no boycott?
I said, yeah. If the news I see in the last hour or two is true still. Me personally, me not buy nothing. Me not spend no money towards JFF, brother. Because what's the purpose? Them not really care about the fans. Them not care about the team's fortune. So why would I still put in money in a program? I know say. Not believe in advancement. You know what I mean? Even though them say it over and over, we believe in developing youths and you know what I mean? We have to see it, brother. When we start to certain things, me can back him. Me can go buy a jersey online. You know what I mean? Me can go a game, go spend my money in the venue. But when me not see that, brother, me not think say me I go invest nothing. You know what I mean? In a dinosaur program. So if Tappa really in charge, me I go boycott the thing, brother. I'm not even gonna watch the game, brother.
I feel the same way as you. Let's take this comment from a person that says, "Is it key? Explain why Maggie had been left out." I think Key, you're asking a question that everyone here is asking as well. You have to understand we're dealing with a coach that we don't understand his selection process. Why is a Jamal Lowe out of the team who is in Jamal Lowe is in fine form at Bournemouth right now. He's in fine form. Bournemouth is the team that's gonna get promoted to the to the English Premier League.
That, brother. Me not like criticize players, brother. When you have left out a player like Tyreek Maggie, about 22, 21, somewhere between this. And then you have to bring man like Eastland. We know now go get no game. You have to bring Alva Spoil with people visibly seen a limp. Him injured, brother. So there is no explanation for leaving out Maggie, brother. Because if you have injured players in the team, brother, players were injured.
What is his actual job? Is he a choir director? Does he direct the national anthem, or what does he do on the team? Why Javon East can't be out of the team and give a young player an opportunity for that? Him just take up a space on the bench. The man not playing.
I know East alone now play, brother. Only if a man now play.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, for example, like he's picked as a marquee, as a striker. He's picked as a striker constantly. He doesn't play. So is it that he's just making up numbers for the training sessions?
Brother, I would think so. I must that, brother. I don't know why. Or maybe they might try to give him some cap to try to get him a next move. But brother, it's too late for East, brother. I would rather bring the younger youth with potential for learn off of the older players, brother. Why would you left Maggie, brother? Even if you're not planning for game, no game. Just have him around the professional players because him are the future. Him are the future of the thing, brother. So when you have to use ego and left out certain man because you and them in a some little squabble, brother. As a coach, brother, every coach go through them the thing with players, brother. Conflict with players. And you are the manager, so you have to manage the situation, brother. By leaving out someone is not taking care of the situation. You know, you then come like you and your brother have a conflict. And you never communicate, brother. And you not talk to each other for your rest of your life. You don't know what's the problem. Because none of you no man enough to try and say, yo brother, how do you go on the day?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
And
yeah.
that kill my brother with more than his ego. Because
It's
I have
so
some playing
crazy.
and some little squabble and leave them out of the squad. Because of disagreement.
It's funny how you look at it that way because I was looking at it the same way. A player like Tyreek Magee, you had Tyreek Magee in the squad for the Gold Cup. You had Tyreek Magee in the squad for the early qualifiers. I know he's not played much at his club, but he's a developing player. What to me? I think Tyreek Magee would have at least impact the USA game way more than Lamar Walker. Lamar Walker actually, guys, Lamar Walker after Mikel Antonio scored the goal and the goal empty, Lamar Walker try score the ball again and him kick and miss. Like the man give
No man,
himself a big water knee. Like I
no
was
man,
like,
I
this
beat
is
you, man.
no.
Happy the
That
youth
was
happy, man. Yo,
though that
happy
was
the youth
funny though.
happy, man. The youth overwhelmed with joy, you know. More
No,
than
that
real.
Lincoln, that no, but Lincoln, that was what that showed me was it happened to him again. He got the ball outside the 18 and him just literally trip over the ball. And I'm like, what the same thing when Lamar Walker came on the pitch in the Gold Cup. I saw Lamar Walker came on the pitch, they gave him the ball and up like they just like a man just bounce him and him just bounce off the ball. He's either tripping over the ball or he get bounced off the ball or something. It's just for me. I think Tyreek Magee with his skill set, him having the ball in front of the 18, he would have just been more dangerous for
A
me.
lack of
And
a
and
lack
you
of
know how I feel
confidence,
about
man.
Tyreek Magee.
A lack of confidence, man, where Lamar is come. I don't think Lamar is a bad player like most people I say. You see me what? Because he's not far along like Maggie. Cause Maggie is a man with in the squad every window, see? Or in play.
Mhm.
Lamar Walker barely get a look in. You know what I mean? So Maggie would have more confidence. So I think a confidence thing with Walker still. There's a player in there, you know what I mean? There's a player
Lamar,
in there.
because we have to be honest, that same goal that everybody is saying Bobby Reed missed, Lamar Walker made that cross.
Yeah, he's a player in there,
Lamar
man.
walk across the ball in a dangerous area there, guys. So Lamar Walker did get a 5 just for one cross in that game because he made a beautiful cross. He put
The
the ball in
ball
the
boom
most
up on Bobby.
perfect.
Me don't know why people are dwell upon the miss up.
No,
Brother,
I don't
football.
think that was an easy goal for Bobby.
Yeah,
I
a
don't
football,
think
brother. Players miss goal. You can't.
not only that, Lincoln, the ball kept rising on Bobby because like the ball kept rising and he's trying to get his body over the ball. I think what he did wrong was he went for power over actually precision. That was the only thing for me. He went for power when
Brother,
he was supposed to try to get his body positioned correctly to get it in. But all of that is a boom bang quick thing. It's a reflex shot. I don't think people understand how quickly those things happen when you're seeing it on TV. It's happening in real time. So I don't really blame Bobby Reed that much for
brother.
that missing that goal.
I know,
To be
I know
honest,
only if a player in the world can slow down the player this and pick a spot and knock it. You know what I mean? And just unpick few.
a
We can
taller
slow
player,
down
a
more.
taller player,
No,
Lincoln would have
really
had a
say
better
taller, but you
chance.
know what? More talented player like Ronaldo them you can slow
Hmm
down.
hmm
Then slow down the ball game, you know, brother. But I know every player can do that. You know what I mean? And the ball boom up on Bobby still. You know what I mean? Bobby for score still one. We can't
Yeah,
beat him on for that. I just a
yeah.
football
I
you
don't
miss,
think it
brother.
was as easy as people
Yeah,
made it.
you
It
miss
to me
chances
was
with the
not
ball.
as easy as people made it because I play because I've been in front of the goal there before Lincoln, and I know how when the thing happened in split second because you see in front of the goal the margin of error is so slim where it's because that ball wasn't even meant for Bobby in the first place.
But I defend the mistake, man.
The defender made a mistake and it just fell to him. But that's again where why you when you're in a football game, you can't switch off. You can't
You
switch off.
can't
You
switch on, brother.
always have to be.
Yeah, Bobby should have scored that still, but if you know, That gone, brother. We see some man abandon what the players say the man if he come back. That gone, brother. Listen, we have to just look forward, brother. Look forward to the next window. Even though, in my opinion,
I won't
it's
be.
too
I won't
late.
be on. I won't be on the next window train if Tappa is still the coach, you know, brother. I'm just a
It's
tell you.
too late, brother.
It's it,
I look it
it's
things
not
about
worth
the
my
next
energy,
game.
dog. It's not worth my energy, bro. And I told Ryan that today. Like I love it and I love, but for me, there's nothing new to look forward to. Another draw game, and we start bring out the calculator them again. What's the purpose here?
Brother. Brother,
Another draw?
may I wait for the news later, brother, honestly.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
Brother,
waiting for guys.
we
If Tappa Whitmore is out, I think it would be that renewed energy that the fans need. It was be that renewed energy, that breath of fresh air the team needs to look to something new and see what we're gonna do. Because I think players like Mikel Antonio, I don't think Mikel Antonio want to come and work so hard to get one opportunity every game. I don't think so. I don't think it's fun playing football where you're running so hard and you only got the ball one or two times.
One
I
Tony
don't
don't
think it's
really get
fun.
no opportunity. I am great. I show you
That's
say.
yeah.
That's why I don't know if it stop Bailey because Antonio no really. Antonio kind of make it two goal them
Make
when
it.
him score.
But that's what we expect from good players. But we sleep over that Leon Bailey. I just want to make it clear, guys. I'm a fan of Leon Bailey. I'm a fan of Leon Bailey. I went to Germany to watch Leon Bailey train already, to watch Leon Bailey play already. I'm a fan of Leon Bailey, guys, because when Leon Bailey, I was one of the persons on Leon Bailey Instagram all the time saying, "Man, come and please play for Jamaica." So don't get me wrong, guys. The thing where people misunderstand with me is this linking. I'm gonna tell you what I'm seeing on my screen. That's it. You can either agree with me or disagree because we all have our different opinions. And what I'm saying is not gospel. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing on my TV screen, and we interpret football differently. Because I'm a huge Leon Bailey fan. I just want to see one of those performances that I've seen at Leverkusen for Jamaica, but I know he doesn't have the support that he needs, bro. I know he doesn't have the support that he needs. But I still saw a situation where Leon Bailey could have simplified the game, and at least we got a little bit more from him. That's all. Key
Yeah,
then say,
let's see, brother. We have to move forward with the team, man. Move forward. You know what I mean? We can't just dwelling at the past. So let's see what Bailey can do when we get a new coach. You know what I mean? I'm optimistic for the new coach, you know. Even if a Ricky ticket, brother.
brother, even if a Ricky Hill right now, may I celebrate.
Brother.
Me just want somebody who can come. Even the way how, even if it's Ricky Hill, bro, the way how he talks about the game, that
See
was
there,
enough
brother.
for me.
Me have got cut you now, so me have got left you upon the stream. You know, big up yourself. See?
All right, yeah, I will do another 22 minutes. I'll end in an hour and a half, guys. So I will
Alright.
just do another 22 minutes. It was another good show. We have another 22 minutes. Thank you for coming to LinkedIn, fans.
Yeah, man.
Um,
Big up,
I'll
big
read
up
a
his
few more
yourself.
comments and see if we can get some answers for what. If Tappa is still the coach, we're going to lose the next 6 games, and it's going to get bad for him. Um, Griffiths, I agree with you, bro. It's gonna be a shite show. It's gonna be one of those shows. I think it's not gonna get better. Bailey is trying too hard. Just make it easy pass. Possibly. I can agree with that as well, Wayne Harris. His agent say he would struggle because Jamaica don't play his type of game. Who is his agent? Who is his agent? Um, yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing, that's what I'm saying when it comes to Bailey. That for me, bro, that pressure that people are saying is on Leon Bailey. I don't think the pressure is there when it comes to Jamaica. I think we're excited to have Leon Bailey, bro. We are excited to have Leon Bailey, and we just want Leon Bailey if we just keep it simple. But again, I always say Leon Bailey doesn't have the players around him, I think, for us to really see the full potential of what Leon Bailey can offer us. My thing why I would want to have a new coach in the team is because I think no players will have to prove themselves all over again. You can't sneak in the team because you're on top of a friend. That's why we need a new coach. We need a new coach where players have to basically try out all over again. So if you don't good and you don't fit, what you did the last 10 years doesn't matter anymore. That's what we need. Somebody said, is it Jones? Kevin Lambert is Jamaica's best CDM. He's better defense. I think Kevin Lambert could have offer us a little bit something in this qualifier based on what I saw early on when he came on the scene. Um, s- to me though, he was a bit slow. I think he had to work on his agility. He was a bit slow to me tracking back. That was the only issue. But there were games that I saw him that he had the potential to dominate if he got his game right. But he was a bit sluggish tracking back when he got beat on some plays. But I think he had the potential as a young player to get developed like a Tyreek McGee. But again, he was mismanaged. They said as long as Tappa is the coach, he's not gonna be in the team. I don't know what happened with that, but um, I don't know. I would love to see him back in the team, but and again, respect to Kevin Lambert and all those players. They have to work harder and get out of the USL. They have to make a bigger statement for a position in the team. They have to work harder to get out of the USL, guys. I don't think the USL is doing a lot of our players justice. I just don't see players going to the USL and just getting better and taking that next step. So again, there's another thing not being in the squad, but there's another thing of are you improving? Are clubs come calling for you to get a contract outside the USL each season? So that's another thing. It's also on you as a player to improve. USL are only a stepping stone, bro. As I said, I think what Jmar, you probably don't know me on the thing, but for me, I said USL is a graveyard for Jamaican football players. We say Three Little Birds said, "Do you think if Damari Gray come next window, Bill?" Listen, Three Little Birds. Be honest to yourself, Three Little Birds. If you were Damari Gray, would you come and play for Jamaica right now? Just be honest to yourself. Would you come and play for Jamaica right now, who has 6 more games, where we almost 90% that we're not going to the World Cup, when you could stick around and potentially have a pretty good season in England and potentially play for England? Would you choose Jamaica? You have to be honest with yourself, Three Little Birds. That's what I'm saying. I think Damari Gray and those players, we have a better chance of getting them on the next go around. If things start going positive and we start getting a local structure and a good English structure, and then we can attract a Damari Gray. I don't think Jamaica has what it takes to attract a Damari Gray right now. I think it's actually a disrespect. Try to have a Damari Gray or a Greenwood come and play for Jamaica right now. We're not that attractive right now. Garbage title. You can't abandon the boys because you don't like the admin. Better you go dunk what? Knoxford Boulevard. um, protest. Man, protesting COVID. You want bro God arrest the people. I think you're looking at it. It's also a question. It's kind of also a question to what is that? Yeah, I'm trying to find where was that? There's a comment. The comment they move fast. Chevron, big of yourself, big boss. JT, my bro. We need to have a word. Got some ideas that will improve our football, but need help from others who love the football. Chevron Pierre, Chevron, will they actually allow you to improve the football in Jamaica? Do they want to improve? That's another thing. Craig Butler is there. Craig Butler has some great ideas. He can't seem to get his ideas in. So do they really want to improve? That's the thing, guys. That's the thing. We need people who are actually ready to have that discussion with us, have that talk about moving forward. Because I think there are a lot of ideas from young Jamaicans like you, also in the diaspora. But hey, there are some old men out there too. We said them look a boy and I know what them are talking about. So we let them do it. Obviously, we see how the older men are handling the situation right now. Them set up a fire yesterday, tap on a fire today. Based on so Siobhan, I don't know if anybody can confirm because I saw in the Observer today that the Mr. Ricketts, the head of the JFF, he has rubbished the claims and called them mere speculations that Tappa Whitmore is no longer. So as we speak, Tappa Whitmore is the coach of the Jamaica national team right now. But we as Jamaicans set up for less. We have that lazy mentality when we feel we already made it by playing in the USL. I wouldn't say it's a graveyard. I would call it a stepping stone. Fair enough. I like your point of view on that. Is you're saying basically is a next man graveyard can be a next man house of worship. You never know. It's You're saying it's basically how a person will basically take it and use it for their advantage and their development. I respect that. What do you think about the new coach that is coming in? Do you think he can make us Tony one TV? Tappa is still the coach. I do, like that's what we're saying. There's nothing confirmed right now based on what I'm seeing and hearing that Tappa is currently the coach of the Jamaica national team right now. So I won't even start talking about the new coach. However, if the new coach is coming in, I think any new coach coming in is gonna do a better job. It, well, as long as the new coach coming in understand a little bit more tactical awareness, and if the new coach just know how to make substitution, he will be better than Tapa. He just needs to make substitution at the right time. All a part of my plans, bro. Just need the backing so I can get my plans to corporate Jamaica. So that's the thing, Siobhan. Put your plan on paper. You know how it works. You get your things structured. You have your little folder. You have it in chronological order, and because that's how you pitch ideas to business people. They want to see that this thing is in order and how you plan to execute. And what are you looking for? Monetary support or signatures or connections? You know what I mean? You know where to find me. Instagram Solids on Instagram. SOLYDZ. We'll talk on Instagram. I'll shoot you my number. And we know what you're talking about. But I'm all for supporting whatever cause works for Jamaican football. We have another 13 minutes to go. My business plan has been in progress for the last month. Sounds interesting. Sound interesting. You can go from the USL to Europe. It's possible. It's all comes with hard work. The USL still provides good variety for players. It's professional football. Fleming is on the verge to move to France. I've been hearing that Flemings is moving to France for the past 30 years, man. Jones. Yeah, I think Flemings that season when Flemings was having a really amazing season, and that little whole debacle that came up, I think that really put Flemings back. Flemings was on the verge for real. I remember his name was being whispered about in the right circles, but that little thing set back Flemings, and I don't know if he will be able to recover because you know what's happening now in the world. You know what's happening. I don't know if you read Jamaican entertainment, even what's happening with even a young lady, an artist from in my area in Jamaica right now. You know what's happening when it comes to that. So it's that's where we are. That's the new front. We're not even gonna talk about that on Ryan's show. So I heard it's in January. Those FC want him. Jones, January, just like how them set up a fire last night. Me have to see it to believe it. Me have to see it to believe. I say Rasta Child 13. Flemings need to show something at the national level. No, I think Flemings need to watch the national team play on TV for now. Flemings though always call Flemings for the Gold Cup. For some reason, he always turns up for the Gold Cup, but he just can't seem to take that next step. I think one of Fleming's biggest challenges, he makes the wrong decision at the right time. When it's time for him to shoot, he pass, and when it's time for him to pass, he shoots. So it's like I don't know. It's like him left brain are working at the right side. He has to figure that out. Link up a neurosurgeon and get it together. But I liked Flemings. I was one of the persons who came on here and root for Flemings the whole Gold Cup because I love how aggressive he was. But he seems to be, I don't know, Flemings, man. Come on, man. I thought you would have been there, Flemings, because when the player, I remember he went to JC, was a fiery young player. I really like Flemings, but his decision making is just deplorable. It's like I can't get it right. Tappa didn't get sacked. That was pure speculation. Exactly, loud music. That's what I'm finding out today. Tappa still is. That's what I said on the show. Tappa is the current coach of the Jamaica national team as we speak, guys. Ricky Hill is not being appointed. Ryan has to come back and talk to the fans because them wake me up out of my bed last night and tell me say Tappa fired. And I was so excited. Me wake up, brother, wash my face, brush my teeth again, and set up light and come on screen and find out the Tappa is still here. Yeah, so Ryan, you have to come talk to the people them cause on a trip me last night. Don't say Tappa get fired.
Let me know, Taylor, when you want to end the stream by.
Yeah,
so-
we're ending in 10 minutes, man. 10
Okay.
minutes,
I'll
1:30.
stay here then so I can end it. It's
so
one
we're
of your
ending.
works.
Yeah, we're ending in 10 minutes. I'm just reading a few comments. It was a good show. We had about 98 people persons in the show. I forgot to tell people to like the show. Yeah, I think Ryan will is better at doing that. I'm just getting used to this stuff, guys. Flemings announced on his IG he's not going back to his club. He's leaving. I'm happy for him. Jamar Jones, you look like one day for you are Flemings. Big up yourself still. So Fleming said he's not going back to his club. When? Like I don't watch Junior Fleming's Instagram because it's Junior Fleming's, man. I think his Instagram is actually private. I'm not seeing anything special. When he makes it to Europe, I'll start tracking him again. Someone said this is pure joke. Yeah, it's pure joke. But the JFF seems like they really know how to make a mess of things. If they don't get this right, they can't even fire a coach. The JFF is so terrible that they don't even know how to fire the coach.
Yeah,
The
quickly.
JFF is so terrible they don't even know how to fire the coach. My thing is,
So this is what he was talking about, quick. This is what he was talking about.
yes. Firstly, I want to thank God. Finish a season injury free, both for club and country. This is from Junior Flemings, guys. I'm reading this from Junior Flemings. Thank you very much, Jersey boy, for being so fast and handling that swiftly. Firstly, I want to thank God. I finished a season injury free, both for club and country. Huge thanks to Birmingham Legion FC,
What's up?
ownership group, technical staff, medical staff, fans, and most importantly, my teammates that really accepted me from the moment I got there. Sadly, I won't be returning for the future, but it's not a goodbye. But I see you later. So he's planning to go back to the USL, guys. If it's a see you later. Really excited for the future. Stay tuned. Well, maybe something is happening. I think maybe but Jmar, you have to understand, you're actually tracking Junior Fleming's Instagram. I don't watch Junior Fleming's Instagram. I wouldn't even know if he's leaving or he's staying. But big up yourself, Jmar. Thank for checking in, man. It was really you're insightful about things like this. But I'm so exhausted about tracking players and all that crap. For me, I just want Jamaica to track the coach out of the office and get a new one in. So he's going to Tulis FC. Okay.
What's that?
Yeah, man. The
What
JFF
does
is
it
a
also?
yeah, it's a joke thing. Them say it's
Oh,
not
he's
gone.
going to the French league. Okay, interesting. That's going to be
Yeah.
even easier.
Tappa is still in the job as we speak. Let me just when the show started, guys. I think I didn't point that out clearly enough for
wow.
everybody. Tappa Whitmore is still the coach of the national team as we speak. The public prosecution service
That's
in
another player going to
Amsterdam
prison FC.
as to prosecute Queen's.
Do you not remember, Taylor? Quincy Promise stabbed his uncle.
From which team is he from?
Ajax.
Ajax.
Quincy Promise from
Okay.
Ajax. He, from what I remember, he stabbed a family member.
So which country is he from?
Quincy Promise is Netherlands.
Yeah, yeah. I don't track those violent people who are stabbing up their family members.
It's
Jersey
crazy,
boy.
bro. How many bloody foot?
That's
I'm just saying,
that's
it's
too
crazy how many bloody football players are
that
getting in
that's
so
too
much
that's
trouble.
too that's too. I think we even have a Jamaica entertainer who's in freaking Amsterdam right now, looking at some serious time. Like, bro, I don't know what's up with all this stabbing. Like, I don't even use knife to cut up the food in my kitchen, dog. I just use my hand. Like, I don't, I don't like weapons, brother. Isn't Craig Butler Leon Bailey's agent? I think so. The last time we checked, from Irons, but he's not in Sparta. In Russia, Tappa bought up JFF. Him step to them wicked. Them afraid to make him move. Yo, Jano Star, Santorini, and big up Luton Fire in the chat. Them say it's not gone, Papa. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Blessings. Yeah, man. If that's the real Luton Fire, man, we hope to see you in Scandinavia soon. When I were bridging with this Norris man, they live over here now. We always see them. I see Norris man them most weekends on them thing. Them par with my bridging Jaturban. Jaturban, Norris man, reggae artist. Big up on yourself. Any one of them. Probably they are Sweden right now. Yeah, Alex Marshall has been poor in Canada. Do you figure that, Jmar? Alex Marshall has been poor since he left George's, I think. Anyway, me sit Tappa, I got this him wicked. Ambitious hustler. Ambitious hustler. Yo, that was funny, bro. Tappa must go, brother. I think we all feel the same here, bro. LFC are checking on the fitness of Jordan Henderson.
Oh, for fuck's
Robertson ahead
sake.
of.
Robertson,
Yeah.
to be fair, I would have dropped Robertson for this game anyway, but we need Henderson.
Ames, big up yourself, Ames. Big up yourself, yeah, Ames. Big up yourself, bro. Yeah, yeah, it's crazy, man. I was just reading out some of the comments. You kind of pull up late, Ames. So basically, we're just gonna track the news on Topper, and if anything change, I think we're back on. But I think I won't be talking about Topper again until there's confirmation, guys.
Hmm.
I think we can win six in a row if Tapa is gone. Three liquor birds. I agree. I thought that if Jamaica had fired Tapa before, remember the Gold Cup, I predicted that if we fire Tapa after losing the first three games, I think even with Paul Hall, we could have ran the table. I think he would have tried something new. And I think he would have brought in players not of personal feelings. He would have brought in players that the team requires to win. Because I think that it's a the problem is a compilation of things to me with Topper is personal feelings and lack of technical ability,
Hmm.
lack of cutting edge coaching experience. It's a number of things. I think we could still run the table if we get a coach. I
I
think
I think if you had a different manager, so the World Cup qualifies with a different manager, you would be in the top three right now. You'd be
I
clear.
think I think I think if we had LA Lewis as the coach, we could run the table right now. And I don't think you know who LA Lewis is, Jersey boy. That's
No,
how bad it is.
you'll have to explain to me who that is.
Yeah, man. I think LA Lewis would just say sevens and start only seven players, and we still run the table. It's just we just it just I just think anybody would get the job done over Topper. The run has come to an end at some point. Will that be on Saturday? Arsenal having beaten Liverpool. Yeah, okay, that's something else, and that's for
That's
Jersey boy.
Friday, tomorrow, guys.
That's
Tomorrow,
tomorrow.
5 p.m. We've got a huge panel of huge YouTubers previewing the Arsenal Liverpool game. So join us tomorrow, 5 p.m. I'll be hosting.
Yes, 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 yes. And yeah, I agree with you, Jamar. Jamar. I don't blame. I see people blaming the ref. I felt like that was a those people are just being sore losers. Dude, like a foul is a foul. We didn't win the game because we didn't do enough other right
Hmm.
things to win the game. We had the
Bobby
US.
Reid, bro. You got to blame Bobby Reid also, bro. He did a Timo Werner. Like
I
any
blame
normal
Bobby Reed,
striker
Jersey
puts that in
boy.
the net.
I blame Bobby Reed, Jersey boy, but I just spoke about that. I think it was also a hard goal. It wasn't as easy as goal as it looked. The ball kept rising on him and off his left. I think what he did wrong was he went for power over trying to
Hmm.
get his body. But when you're in that position and you're so close to goal, as I said, the margin for error is very slim. It's not easy to. It's a boom bang quick thing happening. Ball fumbled at your feet. It's like so. Again, however, Bobby Reed hasn't put in a good shift for Jamaica in a long time. So it's for me, it's not just that game. I just think the last time Bobby Reed played well was against a Caribbean team like St. Kitts or one of those places. I haven't seen Bobby Reed put on. And I said another thing, Shamar Nicholson. Right now he must be very upset because if Mikel, as long as Mikel Antonio show up on the plane for Jamaica, Shamar Nicholson, the bench will be his permanent home because Mikel Antonio means business. Because
Every game he's played so far, he's turned up, except that game where he's playing in a 4-4-2, and that didn't work. But other than that, like that goal versus USA is ridiculous.
Jesus
Like,
Christ.
one foot, second foot, bang, top bins.
Man, he's that guy's a monster.
I think that's the goal of the tournament so far.
Yeah. The commentator said that immediately. Bless up everybody in the chat. Ames, Ricky Cinco, World Updates. What's that? Surgeon, blah blah. Daniel Bailey, J Mar, Stead Roach. Everybody, be up on yourself. Another Ryan LFC, guys. We will keep tracking the news. We'll keep tracking the news. Anything new on the Tappa thing, I won't be back on until Tappa is confirmed fired, guys. I have
Hopefully soon. I'm hoping for you, Taylor.
If he's confirmed, there will be back on, and we'll talk about how we can move forward, guys. But if Tappa is there, there's nothing to talk about. It's the same nonsense. It's the same old. We look forward for a draw game, or we get a point, we clip a win. Nothing new. So if Tappa gets fired, we have a lot to talk about, and we have a lot to be hopeful about when it comes to the future of Jamaican football. Other than that, guys, big up on yourself. Big up yourself, Ricky Cinco. All of you guys, big up yourself, Jersey boy. See you again. Blessings.
Thank
Peace.
You. See you guys. Guys, we'll be back 5 p.m. tomorrow for Liverpool versus Arsenal preview. Just a quick shout. Liverpool versus Arsenal preview tomorrow. 5 p.m. Join us if you're a Liverpool fan or any other fan. You can come join us 5 p.m. tomorrow. Loads of big YouTubers. Thank you for watching. And watch this little TikTok about Tappa Whitmore and why Tappa Whitmore should 100% be fired. And we'll see you for another stream soon. Bye-bye now.
Tappa, you fi top coach. Whitmore no more. It is not the player them fault. All of them players, I know them as baller. All of them players playing the Championship, Premier League, or MLS. Me no see why when they get all of them baller and put them one place, them can't make a 5-yard pass. Clearly it's the coach. Tappa you fi top. Fleming's a baller. Leon Bailey a baller. Antonio a baller. Rum, Fisher, Shemar Nicholson, Mal Rapper, all of them man they a baller. So why when them a coach under you, them can't play, Bridget? What kind of instructions you give the man them? Antonio just broke record over West Ham. Why the man look like headless chicken pan the field and run up and down? What are the tactics when you sit down in the dressing room and say, alright, players, today we are going to go out and do X. After 2 passes, every man just boof the ball in the air. I mean, no, the man them now just go out there and do that pan them own. After a while, you have to just stop blaming the players them and look on the root of the problem. I want to see these group of players play a World Cup. So make we just fix it up, please. Tappa! Half of them money on the side come from England. I'm sure them attack to you now a way where you can't understand, Bridget. You're ruining it. Look at my lips. You're ruining it. Shemar Nicholson actually scored the last game. And you bench him and start Antonio. We never play with them money. Not even say you sub on Antonio in like the 68th minute or something. Theodore Whitmore can't give them money no tactics. Right now I saw Theodore Whitmore does walk in and tell the man them before match. Yo man them. It's obvious I'm gonna know what I do. Here what I do. Let's play some ball. You're ruining it. You're ruining it. Me feel like him tell the players to try play as worse as possible. Hector, you play for Chelsea, no boy. You say today more you play like you play for Dwayne Park. Antonio, you play for West Ham, but you say today more you play for East Ham. Nicholson, You score last game, but you see today, me a bench you. Taxi, you're a big baller in a MLS. But you see today, me want you figure it out to defend. Damian Lowe, you work hard, you know, but you see today, you bench you. Rum. I want you to play like a rumhead. As a matter